Hey guys, welcome back to another Vinny Vid Productions video. This past weekend I decided to take a break from the doors I'm doing for Shane and decided to do some work on my own layout. So, what I intend to do is to get the Phoenix Industrial Park up and operating, and I'll show you what industries are in there. I'm kind of tired of doing the switching out in room number 2. It's funny because this room is the first room that I built, and it seems that room 2 is getting more attention for the past couple of months than this room. So I decided to get some more industries hooked up so I could do some more switching ops. So stay tuned and I will show you the industries that are supposed to be in the Phoenix Industrial Park. Be right back. Alright guys, before we get out to the actual layout to show you what I'm doing out there, I want to show you some of the problems I've had with these Atlas turnouts. The first one, I don't know if you'd be able to see this, but when I pull a rail joiner off of this rail, the whole stinking rail came out with it, okay? That's one of their problems, besides being crappy turnout. The second one is on the points. They actually came loose from their mounting hole. You can see that. You see that, guys? Huh? Aren't these terrific? Now I can fix both of these. This one here, if I put a touch of solder back here on the back of the point, it'll hold it in there. The only problem is, unless I have a ground throw, it'll stay in whatever position I solder it in. Next thing on this here, I decided to go with this one because it was the easier fix. I took a piece of their sectional track, Atlas sectional code 55 track, and I cut a piece of the rail off and super glued it into this position. Anyhow, I got it hooked up on the layout right now and it seems to be working just fine, so we'll see what happens when regular operations start. Okay, now we'll get to the layout. Alright guys, these are the industries that are going to be in the Phoenix Industrial Park. And these are actual prototype buildings. The only difference is that they should be on this side down here, but I'm already 4 feet deep, so I couldn't go any deeper than that, so I decided to put them in here. Anyhow, the first guy is going to be Flex Foam. I don't know exactly what he does, but like I said, the building is there when I went down there, and I decided to model it. The next one is SRMG Cement. They are not a very active business. They get bulk cemented and loaded into trucks. Anyhow, we'll be coming off here straight ahead to Flex Foam, and then we'll curve off of here to go to SRMG Cement. And they'll get 2 bay hoppers, and he'll get just box carts. Maybe a tanker or 2 in there. Because like I said, I don't know exactly what they do. Anyhow, we'll jump across the yard and across 19th Avenue, North 19th Avenue, and we'll come to Sand Plumbing Supply. They receive box cars. Of course, these guys don't get any more rail service for some reason or another. Either BNSF or the city of Phoenix decided it was too dangerous to cross this road right here. It is a 6-lane road, 3 in each direction. Anyhow, I decided to bring them back in time and give them their rail service back. Then we'll move over to Smith Pipe and Steel. Again, they also do not receive any more rail service, and when I spoke to the ladies in the office, that office right there, they told me that it was a lot cheaper to ship by rail than it is by truck. Anyhow, the next one would be Paramount Petroleum. That's part of the industrial park too, even though it's looks like it's part of the yard, but it's actually a independent business. Excuse me. Next, we come to Mariani. Mariani gets sugar products, both wet and dry, and they usually have 5 tankers and 5 hoppers sitting in their spurs at all times. They process enough to send out 30 tanker trucks per day. And then we will move over to Western Refining. Not exactly sure of what they do. I know for sure that they make lubricant, and I think I heard that they also make antifreeze. Then next guy is going to be Arizona Pacific Paper Recycling. They'll get hoppers, and then over here, since I had a little extra room, I put a little scrap yard in the back there. Anyhow, let me take a little break here, and I'll show you exactly what I've done to feed the industries their spur tracks. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, here we are back at the layout, and what I've done so far is I have eliminated a turnout that was right here and opted to go with the curved track. So that gives me one less turnout on the main line, and I'll do all my switching in here, so if there's any problems in here I don't have to worry about being on the main line. Anyhow, like I mentioned before, Mariani gets 5 tankers and 5 hoppers, so I decided that that's what I wanted to do also. And because of this track plan now, I do have room for 5 tankers and 5 hoppers. And also off of this curve right here is this track that goes to Western Refining. They're not very busy with rail service either. They get a boxcar and some tankers every once in a while. And also, this is the turnout that I fixed. This rail right here is the one that I put in there, and so far it seems to be holding up. Anyhow, I'm going to do this in a couple of different sections because I did test it out with jumper wires and everything seems to work, and so I need to do the electrical part next. Then once all the electrical part is done, I will add some ground cover here finally and get rid of some of this plywood prairie. Anyhow, as always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.